This we mentioned 5 apparent senses of animals, and we mentioned, according to Aristotle, 5 senses in the brain of animals. You remember that?
Yes.
And then we said that animals, they have 2 powers. One is mobilizing power, and the second one is a doing power. One power mobilizes, and through the other power they are doing something. The first one is called al-quwwatul muharrika, mobilizing power. And the second one is called al-quwwatul fa'ila, the doing power. But actually, quwwat muharrika, that is further classified to 2 powers. One is called ba'itha, yani it mobilize and put you on something. And the second one is called fa'ila, the doer one. Now, the ba'itha, that is called al-quwwa al-shawqiyya. Shawq wants, acquiring. Shawq means? Acquiring. But there are 2 types of acquiring. Acquiring to grab and acquiring to push back. Got it?
Got it.
So it means that quwwat shawqi, when there happened to hiss mushtarak and khayal both, hiss mushtarak and waham both. Keep in mind the 5 hidden senses in brain of animals according to Aristotle. So when something comes there which you want, or something comes there which you don't want, the first one, you are coming forward to grab it. The second one which you don't want, or the animal doesn't want, he runs away from that. Or if he cannot, so he pushes it back. He is trying to push it back. Got it?
Got it.
Now in both ways, you want to grab it, or you want to run away, or to push back. So that quwwat shawqi, that mobilize the muscles. That mobilizes the muscle. So the muscle mobilize, you come forward to grab. The muscle mobilize, you boom. Got it?
Got it.
So if that is the grabbing, that is called quwwat shahwani, desire. That's called what? Quwwat shahwani, desire. And if that repulses back, that is called quwwat ghazabi, the anger power. What?
The anger.
The first one is desiring power, the second one is
The anger.
the anger power. Now this is regarding animals in general, including human. Because human is a type of animal as well. Got it? But now before or after that, inshallah, we are going to want this specific creature which is called human or mankind. So mankind, bodily, as I told you, that bodily, human has a body and animal has a body as well. He has flesh and meat and bones and muscles and neurosystem and cells and whatever.
Yes.
And human,
Yes.
they have the same thing. Got it?
Yes.
Commonalities are that they require things and human, they require things. They are eating, mankind is eating. They are drinking, mankind is drinking. Their male and female are meeting one another. Mankind is doing the same thing. They are looking for shelter to protect themselves from hot and cold. Humans are doing the same thing. This is the commonality. This what? This is the commonality. Later on we will go to a specific thing that as a human, what are the mayyazat or distinctions which distinct a human from other cousin animals? Later on, according to Imam Waliullah, a chapter is coming, but I will give you as a preface as well. Yes, because chapter is coming very late. Got it? Mayyazatul Insan, a chapter. So anyhow, now the human, they have been given a specific thing which distinct them from cousin animals. And that distinction is called aql. That distinction is called aql. So now where is aql? Imam Shafi and Ahmad ibn Hanbal Rahimahullah, they say that aql is there in the heart. Because Quran and Sunnah mention that in the heart. They say, lahum qulubun, Allah says, lahum qulubun la yafqahuna biha. That these kafir, they have hearts, but they do not understand with. Understanding is the quality of aql and intellect. And Allah says, lahum qulubun. They have hearts. Not understanding. La yaqiluna biha, or la yafqahuna biha. Got it?
Good.
So as you know, that Imam Shafi and Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal and Imam Malik Rahimahullah, they are considered as Ahlul Hadith. Ahlul Hadith means that they are going by text literally. They are going by text literally. Imam Abu Hanifa is going by text liberally. He is going by text liberally. And liberally means that he dives therein. And then he brings out that I found it. Like Archimedes, he said that I found it. Yes, I went inside the ayah and I found it. I went inside this group of hadiths and I found the very core of these hadiths. Got it?
Good.
So anyhow, they say that in ayah that is. They say that's so. Like as I told you, that Imam Malik and Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal Rahimahullah, Imam Sufyan Sawri and Sufyan ibn Uyayna, these four ulama, they are of the view that Allah is there on His arsh. Where is Allah?
On His arsh.
Because they are going literally by the text. So Allah says, Summa stawa ala arsh. Then He rose over the arsh. Then He rose over the arsh. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَهُوَ اللَّهُ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَفِي الْأَرْضِ. And He is Allah in the heaven and in the earth. Got it?
Yes.
In the heaven
And
in the earth. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, مَا يَكُونُ مِن نَجْوَى ثَلَاثَةٍ إِلَّا هُوَ رَابِعُهُم. When there is a meeting of secret meeting of three people, so Allah is with them their fourth. وَلَا خَمْسَةٍ إِلَّا هُوَ سَادِسُهُم. A meeting of five is going on, So Allah is their sixth. وَلَا أَصْغَرَ مِنْ ذَلِكَ وَلَا أَكْبَرَ إِلَّا هُوَ مَعَهُمْ. Neither a small gathering from 3 or a bigger gathering from 5. Illa, but Allah is there. So Imam Shafi and Ahmad there, Imam Shafi is with us. Imam Abu Hanifa and Imam Shafi, they are of the view that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is everywhere. Got it? But Allah does not have any physical structure or physical body to confine him to a specific place. Physical body could be confined to a specific place. Yes or not?
Yes.
Yeah. He does not have physical body or physical structure. Yes. Then the philosophers, and especially our ulama mutakallimin, who? Ulama mutakallimin, they are of the view that to make it very easily understandable and to bring it close to understanding, let's say the ruh, the soul and the spirit. The ruh, the soul and the spirit. Where that is, so that its center is heart. Where is its center?
Heart.
Its center is heart. But that is spreaded from head to toe anywhere. Otherwise, if ruh is not there in the toe, so where from the life came? If that is not there in the fingers and the hand, where from? The life came. Got it? Got it? But that is something else. That its relation or connection to one part is much more stronger than his connection to another one. So now the connection of ruh to qalb, that is stronger than its connection to the brain. Then its connection to the brain is much more stronger than its connection to the lungs. Its connection to the lungs is much more stronger than its connection to the liver. Got it? Its connection to the liver is much more stronger than its connection to the thighs. And so on. Got it?
Got it.
Or not it?
Yes.
So that is a case of connection. But anyhow, that's only to understand. Yes, to bring ma'qul to mahsus. Because there are 3 things. One is called mansus. Mansus means textual. What is in the text? Textual. Got it?
Got it.
So mansus, if that is hard to understand, so you have to make it ma'qul, reasonable. Explain it in such a way to become reasonable. If the reasonable is too much philosophical, if the reasonable is too much philosophical, then you have to find it a resemblance in the observed things. Because from observed, everybody easily understand. That's what Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi is doing in his book. Then what I was writing today, that is actually trying to bring mansus to ma'qul and ma'qul to mushahad. Got it? To make it easy for people to understand. So now, human you people have fastened the seat belt? Because this is a flight. Yeah, this is not a normal lecture. That's a flight. Got it? And pilotless flight. So that's why you have to fasten your seat belt. So now, human, their distinction is aql. What distinct us from our cousins, the animals? There is no any other thing. Body you have, they have. Blood you have, they have more than you. Senses you have, they have. Inner senses you have, they have. Much more stronger than you. Got it? Or not it? Yes. Dream, we see and they see as well. Yes, you are not a busgirl, otherwise you will find out. Yes, sometime or the bull, yes, or donkey, or dog, he is sleeping. Yes. Mostly they are sleeping open eyes. When they are sleeping open eyes, so nothing happened to them. But sometimes they close their eyes. Sometimes these animals, they close their eyes. So they close their eye. And sometimes it happened to them because they see a dream. Yes, that something happened to them. Got it? Or not it? Ya Rahman, you studied physics. What do you think about Imam?
Alhamdulillah. There is something similar like experimental versus theoretical physics.
That is. That is coming. Because there are two types of hikmah. We are proceeding towards hikmah, and hikmah is of two types. One is practical and one is theoretical. The first one we call it hikmatul amaliyah. Al-hikmah? Al-amaliyah. The second one we call it al-hikmatul nazariyah. Al-hikmah? Al-nazariyah. So anyhow, then we will find out that both two, they have three branches. They have three branches. You got it? And one has to have al-hikmah al-amaliyah or al-hikmah al-nazariyah. So there are 2 points of view. That which one is better? Al-hikmah al-amaliyah? Yes. Practical one or theoretical one? So there are 2 points of view. They say regarding deen, the practical one is also better, but the theoretical one is much more better. Because the practical one you can practice as long as your soul is there in your body. Your soul is there in your body. But the theoretical one, this practice will be going on when your soul is departed from your body. So they say that process is eternal. That process is what?
Eternal.
That is eternal. And that is a very vast world. That's what? A very vast world. And that's why Rasulullah says that if somebody will answer the 3 questions of the angels concerned in the grave properly, فَيُوَسَّعُ لَهُ فِيمَا بَيْنَ الْمَشْرِقِ وَالْمَغْرِبِ. So his grave is opened like from east to west. From east, because now his power is a different power. Yes, and for that power, he needs a very vast world. Got it? 777, it cannot mean, that is the utmost bigger aeroplane or something else. 747. 747? Huh? 747? That's the bigger one? Yeah. So in every airport you cannot land it. It needs a very big runway. Got it or not it? So they say when the soul departed from the body, got it? So now it needs a vast field. And as its flight was going in a nice field here when it was in the body, so they will be in the nice field as well. That is called Jannah. But if its flight was here in a dirty area or a dirty airport, so same will be happening to him. He will be in a vast field of dirt and filth, and that is called Jannah. Got it?
Good.
Or not it?
Good.
You understand what I'm saying or not?
Yes.
It goes like this.
Soul leaving the body, is that
Chapter is coming. Just wait. Yes. So now the understanding power of human, we call it aql. We call it, but the philosopher, they don't call it aql. They call it a nafsun natiqa. They don't call it nafs. They call it a nafsun natiqa. And a natiqa means the element which is finding out the formulas. Natiqa means finding out the formula, the kulliyah. Formula is called what? Kulliyah. So now for human, there are 2 powers based on this nafs natiqa. As far as the animal powers are concerned, as we mentioned, quwwat muharrika, quwwat shawqiyya, quwwat fa'ila, quwwat shahwaniyya, quwwat ghazabiyya. So human are animals as well, so they have the same thing. Got it? But now their distinction, which is because of nafs natiqa, according to philosophers, and we call it what? The aql. We call it what? The aql. So they say that they have 2 powers, and these are distinct. Number 1, the aqila, understanding things, the aqila. And number two, the amila. When you understand a thing and you go forward to practice it, so that is called quwwat amila. Look, human, they are doing things, but their doing is called fa'ila. They are doing it fa'ila, and here is called amila. Got it? So that our Shaykh used to say, and he used to say that when you are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so make your worship a amal, not a fa'il. Otherwise, literally, both means one and the same thing, doing. But yes, make your ibadah a amal, not a fa'il. Unfortunately, our prayer, that is a fa'il, not a amal. Yes, our fasting, that is a fa'il, not a amal. When you are doing things superficially, yes, or as a custom, or as a usage, it will never become amal, it will remain fa'il. And Shaykh Rahmatullah used to say that reward is to be given based on amal, not based on fa'il. Got it or not it? These are technical and philosophical terms, you have to memorize all these things. Got it? So aqila. And number two, amila. Aqila is called al-quwa al-nazariya, nazari power. And amila is called al-quwa al-amaliya, practical power. Now nafs natiqa, regarding aql, it has 4 stages. That's what I was referring to you. It has 4 stages. Number 1, that is al-aql al-hayulani. Al-aql al-hayulani. And that is the aql in its natural basic shape. In its natural basic shape. Means the talent which has been given by Allah to every human, or the element which has been fixed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every single animal or single human. Al-aql al-hayulani. So as I told you, that just like this clean board, nothing is there. Board is there, but this board is for what? For writing. So that aql is for what? For understanding. But now aql al-hayulani, that is like the clean board, having nothing written on it. Only cleanliness is there. What is there? Cleanliness. Only cleanliness is there. And that's what Rasulullah says, Kullu mawludin yuladu ala al-fitra. Every baby is born on pure nature. Every baby is born on pure nature. Not nature. Pure nature. Pure nature. فَأَبَوَاهُ يُهَوِّدَانِهِ. That is the parents who make him a Yahudi, أو ينصرانه, or a Christian, أو يمجسانه, or a Zoroastrian. Got it? Yeah. So that's a clean board. People start writing on that. People start writing. So the Jew parents, they write on that what? The Judaism. The Christian parents, they write there upon it the Christianity. Yes? Got it? Or not? So al-aql al-hayulani. Number 2. Al-aql bil-malaka. Al-aql bil-malaka. As he is growing up, he is listening things, he is observing things, he is touching things, he is smelling things, and so on. Yes or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Now through all these practices, he is understanding things. Then he what?
Understanding.
Then he understands things. And through observation of various similar things, naturally he finds out some commonality there. Some commonality there. So a baby of 3-4 years, if a bearded guy, what?
Bearded.
A bearded guy, he is showing him love. He is showing him
Love.
love, yes, and giving him love. So now the baby from 2-3 bearded people, when he finds the love, so any bearded people he will be happy with, because he brought out the commonality that bearded people are good.
So,
Yes, if the case is other way around, so then a bearded person will be looking to him like a witch, he will run away from. That is a jinn, we should run away. Got it? So now aqal bil malaka, that's going up, improving, getting things, making a treasury thereof. Now those who spent a long life in these observations and learnings and things like that, in aqal bil malaka, so they approach a stage where they get 2 talents. Number 1, fikr. Fikr. I will explain it. And number 2, al-hadas. Got it? Now what is fikr? In fikr there are 2 things. Al-intiqal min al-mabadi ila al-matalib wal-intiqal min al-matalib ila al-mabadi. Through a lengthy experience, observations, experiments. Got it? You are going from basic things to a result. Matalib is result. Mabadi is the basic things. If you will do like this, and then you will do like this, and then you will do like this, you will get this. That's the intiqal min al-mabadi ila al-matalib. But for the set purpose, you have to ask the experienced guy, the learned guy. If that is a case of security, for example, yeah, so you have to approach Harun that I want to establish a company. So now he's experienced man, so he knows that what to do. So he will be telling you all the ingredients and the basics. You will do like this, then you will do like this, then you will include this thing, then you will get it, then you will go to the state. That is from the basics to the result. From the basics
to the result.
to the result. Now, if Tariq Jan, he got a license of a security company. Got it? So if you will ask me, a security company getting a license of, that's the result. That's what?
Result.
That how he got it, all the steps, these are the basics. These are the mabadi. So now if you will ask me that how Tariq Jan got the license. So I'm not in that field, so I don't know anything about that. Got it? How he got that result, I don't know. But if you will ask Harun, that Harun, he got the license, how he got it? So he has a lengthy experience. From the result side, he will be coming down to the basics. That he, yes, that is the result. Before result he did that, before that he did that, before that he did that, before that he did that. He started with that. Got it? So in fiqh, there are two intiqalat. From ingredients to the combination. And from combination from, but in al-hadas, that is the too much expert guy. That is the too much expert guy. So expert guy is to be approached for this second intiqal. That this happened to me. I received this letter. Is to why we are going to the authorities? Yes, because they have this thing in the field concerned. So they tell us, actually, this letter which you received, yes, bring me your document, you have done this, you have done this, you have... How he's coming down to all those things. Who told him that I have done this mistake or this mistake or this mistake? Got it? So anyhow, al-aql bil malaka. Number 3. Regarding every single issue of the field concerned, that aql is not doing a new study because it doesn't need it. For me, I needed to have a full study, but he does not study. Why? Because he has that much big knowledge of fiqh and hadas. That whenever you will ask him about a specific thing, he will tell you like 1, 2, 3. He will tell you like 1, 2, 3. And number 4, that is the stage of al-aqlul mutlaq. Al-aqlul mutlaq. You can call it a perfect aql. Al-aqlul mutlaq means a perfect aql. So perfect aql regarding a specific field, that is possible. But regarding every field, that is impossible. We will get it in the hereafter. That's what the philosopher says. We will get it in the hereafter, but here not. Then, nafs natiqa, as I told you, the philosophers call it what? They call the aql an-nafs natiqa. So, nafs natiqa, they have these two powers, the aqila and the amila. The aqila and the amila. But before further elaboration about aqila or aql, further elaboration of aqila or aql, the modern physicist Zoraman,
Yes.
be awake. You will help me in this because that is your field. As I told you that Aristotle, he has divided human brain from forehead towards the neck. 3 tajweef. And then every tajweef in 2 portions. Got it or not?
Got it.
The last one, that's empty, having nothing. Got it? But the first one, that's His Mushtarak. In Khayal both, in the same. But in half, in the front portion, that is His Mushtarak. In the back portion, this is Khayal. Then, the middle portion, it has two sub-portions. Got it? So in the back one, there is Waham. And in the front one, there is Mutasarrifa, the medulla oblongata. Then, the back portion, that is less, subdivided. So, in the first portion, there is Hafidhah, our memory. The back one, that's empty. That's empty. So that empty maybe for garbage or something. So anyhow, yes, everywhere in an apartment you need some empty place to put what?
Garbage.
To throw the garbage there. Got it?
Got it.
But the modern physicists, they say that this is a human head or animal head instead of human. Got it? Now, this is the brain. So it has three mansions. How many?
Three.
Three stories.
Three stories.
Three stories. So they said, Aristotle, he divided it like this, but they divided
Going up.
vertical. Yes. So now vertical division of brain. So they said this one, the brain system. And the brain system mobilize all the organs of the body which functions in sleep and wakefulness both. In sleep
And wakeness.
and yes, automatically functioning. Automatically, but mobilized from the liver chamber. From what?
Lower chamber.
From the liver chamber. Brain system. Like your heart is jumping. Your kidneys are working. Your liver is working. Your lungs are working. Got it? So all the, and they are working when you are awake or when you are asleep. Both. Yes. Because this brain system is active. Yes. So it mobilizes all these. Got it? And that is common in human and animals. Common?
In human
and animal. But these organs are much more stronger in animals than human. Yes? We hear kidneys is not functioning. Of whom? Of such and such donkey. Or such and such elephant. We never heard it. Maybe, but nobody is taking care of. But very rarely it happened to them. Because that system of them is very strong. That system of them is very strong. Now this one, the second portion. It has the limbic system. Limbic system. So limbic system, it has the hejanat and thawrat, feelings and emotions. What?
Feelings and emotions.
Feelings and emotions. They are getting mobilized here from. Feeling and emotions in animals have feelings or not?
Yes.
In emotions?
Yes.
Excitement?
Yes.
Yes. Happiness?
Yes.
Yes. Sadness?
Yes.
So all these are happening to mankind and to human, to animals as well. That is from which portion? From the middle one, which is limbic system. And then the upper portion. What is that, Tarjan?
Cerebral cortex.
Cerebral cortex. Cerebral cortex. Now, all of us in physics, we are muqallideen of Stephen. Yes. He's our mujtahid and we are his muqallid in physics. Because he was a genius guy. Got it? So he said that this brain system that got developed in all animals, coincidence. What is that? Coincidence. The limbic system in the middle, it got developed coincidence. What? Coincidence. He said the upper chamber that is not developed in all animals. It developed only in human. It developed only in human. But there he stopped. Yes. Because he got confused. If coincidence is a procedure, it was supposed to take place there as well. Yes. So if I'm teaching you Hujjatullahil Balighah, yes, Mr. Dunky so and so, he should have taught you the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But then he stopped. So we said, guy, what? So he cannot say coincidence and he cannot say no incidence, because something happened, so incidence is there. But this is if this is a coincidence and automatic, so why it did not take place there? And that's how your ultimate result, if you do not believe in God, ultimate result will be a confusion. Ultimate result will be confusion. The moment you will believe in Allah, how did God develop the brain system here in the lower portion of animal brain? Who? Allah. How limbic system developed in all the animal in the middle portion? Allah. How it developed here in the upper chamber? In humans only. Allah. Yes, and as you know that if somebody is foolish, so we use the term, his upper chamber is empty. Yes, so here is the aql. Cerebral cortex, here is the aql. And that is nafs natiqa, according to philosophers. Got it? Now this aql, this is a khazana. What a thing Allah has created in human brain. What? Yes. Because of weight, the iron has not to fly, but this is the aql which made the iron to fly. Because of aql, the iron is not to sail on water. Yes, but this aql, such a power, it made the iron to sail on water. What is a ship? Iron. And what is an airplane? Iron. Got it? And what is the rocket? Iron. It is flying. How swift? Who did it? The cerebral cortex. Got it? Now, regarding deen, this aql has a different function. But, for now, one thing. That based on this cerebral cortex, otherwise, up till here we came. Commonalities are there. Donkey, dogs, we, the camel, the cow, all of us, we have the same thing. We are passing through all these things. The only thing is this one. Got it? Got it? And based on that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on one hand, give them the talent to exploit the world. They do or not?
Yes.
Human are doing what?
Exploiting the world.
Exploiting the world. وَسَخَّرَ لَكُم مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَسَخَّرَ لَكُمُ الشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ دَائِبَيْنِ وَسَخَّرَ لَكُم كَذَا وَسَخَّرَ لَكُمُ الْأَنْهَارَ, that I have subjugated to you the seas, the oceans, the sun, the moon, the planets, the space, this and that and that. Based on what? This aql. That's number one. And on the other hand, he made them bound to obey his order. aqd that has given us these two things.
So,
Number one, to utilize the word of Allah. This word belongs to whom?
Allah.
Every single atom in this word belongs to whom?
Allah.
Yes, we are using it or not?
Yes.
There is no free lunch. In America they said,
No free lunch.
there is no free lunch. So you are using it, utilizing all these things, and you are enjoying your life. No free lunch.
Obey.
Okay? To obey the order. Now we'll proceed further. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين.